Hello everybody, it's Murray here. So earlier in the week we painted this really realistic wave, and next week we're going to learn how to paint shallow water. On today's acrylic paint tutorial we're going to learn how to paint this gorgeous turquoise tropical water. This really realistic painting which I'm going to teach you how to do really easily. And the great thing is once you learn how to do this, we can lead you up to make more detailed paintings next week. So let's get into it. So a super easy tutorial today. We are going to only use 4 colours. They are titanium white, turquoise, phthalo blue and ultramarine blue. Now I've got a 10 by 12 inch canvas that's already been gessoed. It's all ready to go. And I am really lazy, so I've bought pre-mixed paint, but all you have to do is mix some white and turquoise to get light turquoise and paint half your canvas this colour. So white and turquoise down to about half the canvas. That's all you got to do. And then the next shade is even lazier. It's dark turquoise because I couldn't be bothered to make it, and all that is turquoise, white and phthalo blue. Now phthalo blue is a kind of turquoisey blue anyway, so all we want to do is add white, turquoise and a little bit of phthalo blue, and you should get this exact color. Now to blend your paints together really easily, I like to go back to the previous color, which is turquoise and white, and just blend down on my canvas. As I go down, I just gently, softly blend the colors together while they're still wet, and we should have a fantastic background underpainting of our sea. So now we're going to swap to some white and some turquoise to make a really pale shade of turquoise, and we're going to swap to this kind of brush called a liner brush, which is a really thin elongated brush that we use for fine detail, and it's so much easier to do spindly lines to create the illusion of ripples. Now these brushes are about £1 or $1 in an art shop. They're called a liner brush, but it makes your life so much easier to do thin wiggly lines like so. And all we're doing, we're trying to create squashed loops that are kind of close together at the top of the painting, and as we come down we're just trying to make them look a bit wider, and this is going to create the illusion of 3D water. So again, this is a tutorial for beginners, but once you know this trick, it's really handy and you can make your work look really realistic with not much effort. So look, as I go down, I'm going to make these loops look wider, so at the top they're squashed together, and as they go down, look, they get thicker and wider. So look, this one's going to be really wide, and then these ones are going to be even bigger, and then all I'm going to do, I'm going to spend a few minutes just linking them all together. So look, all I'm doing, I'm using that brush. If some are scruffy, I can go over them, and I can just take my time and just go at my own pace and sort of link some of them together. And what this should do is instantly, because you've just worked hard on your blending to get that lovely turquoise sea where you've got the light at the top and the dark at the bottom, and by having the squashed ripples at the top and the bigger ones at the bottom, it should instantly make your painting look really cool. So now we're going to paint some waves. We're going to make it look more 3D. So we're going to add some phthalo blue, turquoise, white and now ultramarine blue to make it a little bit darker. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to create some big ripples, and these are going to be some waves. And look, it's like a dark blue, and I'm just trying to create some waves within my water. So these are darker shades, these are our shadows, and these are the dark bits of the water that when you have little waves, they're creating more 3D effect, going up and down. And then as we move up into the painting, again we're going to make them smaller and more close together, and we're also going to gradually get lighter in colour. So all we're doing, we're not adding any ultramarine blue now, we just add a little bit of white. So it's turquoise, phthalo blue and white, and look, I've just got a lighter shade, and my ripples, look, are more close together, and they're flatter, they're not as big and chunky. And then again, as we move up in the painting, I'm going to add more white to my mix, and they're going to be barely noticeable now, look, but there's still ripples, and they're going to be closer together, and that should trick your eyes and make it look like it's fading off into the distance. So once you've finished your waves, we're going to put some sky colour on. So we're going to get some white and some ultramarine blue, which is a cooler blue. And I want you to use plenty of white to make it very, very pastel, please. And then all we're going to do, we're going to get a dry brush. The canvas is dry. And we're going to just put some nice, smooth, sort of light shining down. All I'm doing, I'm trying to go around my waves. So look, I'm just going around the waves. And because my brush is really smooth and I've got hardly any paint on my brush, I'm just trying to create the illusion of light shining down. I'm kind of doing it diagonally, so going from one corner of the painting towards the opposite corner. So just take your time. And the great thing is as the paint runs off your brush and you've got hardly any left, you can kind of use your dry soft brush to just sort of shade areas. Look, just sort of shade it. And the great thing about water, because it's very smooth, you can use this sort of colour to just make areas sort of connect to one another. And all it does, look, just by going, it's called glazing. It's just shading over the top. You can soften areas of your painting and just make it look like it's glistening in the sunlight. So take your time. The great thing about YouTube, there is a little button at the bottom of the screen on the right hand side that looks like a cogwheel. You can fast forward or you can slow down the video if you'd like to. If you find it goes too fast, slow it down. If you find it's too slow, you can fast forward me. So go at your own pace at home. You can always pause it as well. So we're just glazing over the top. And then we're going to mix loads of white to our turquoise again. And all we're going to do is create blobs within our nice shaded area. And these blobs are going to be white and turquoise. And they're going to be where we're going to put the sparkles to create kind of like a hum around of light around our sparkles. So all I like to do, again, I like to follow the shape of the waves. I like to put big clumps together at the top. And then as we come down, I just sort of follow the shape of the waves and just put odd clumps here and there. Now, because of the light where I was filming, it looks a bit bright. But by having white and turquoise and creating these big sort of shapes that I'm doing, when we put the white sparkles in the middle, it just kind of creates a glow around them and it just makes it look more realistic. So look, all I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to follow the shape of the waves. I'm just putting these clumps in random positions. I'm not putting them on the darker areas. I'm only going to put them on the lighter areas of the waves. And then I can swap to look bright jet white. And I can go and put sort of these clumps in between. So I'm just putting white dots in between. So I'm leaving a little bit of the outer edge that we've just done to make it look like the light is humming around it. And you can even join up areas if you'd like to. But again, try to leave some of the shade underneath so it looks like waves. So look, all I'm doing is I come down the painting. I'm just putting in these blobs. Now remember, acrylics are water based. So when you lay the white, sometimes it looks really, really nice. But because they dry over the top of the other colours, they can lose their shine. So you can go over them twice just to make your white more vibrant. All I'm doing, look, I'm just linking areas so it looks more realistic. So just do as many as you like. Now the thing is, because we're adding all this detail over the top, sometimes your underpainting gets a bit scruffy because we're putting all these blobs and all these ripples and things over the top. So what I like to do is I like to just take my time and go back to things. So I always just, where I've changed things in the painting, look, I just go back and I just go back to the same brushes and colours that I used. And I just spend 5 minutes just neatening things up before I finish. So look, if you find, because we did the blending over the top, we did the glazing, we've done our sparkles, just go back to your previous colours and you can put, look, your ripples back in. So look, I'm spending a few minutes just with my thin brush, putting some of my ripples back in, just making them look cool. So a lot of painting is just relaxing. Obviously we've fast forwarded the tutorial because it's just a quick tutorial. But at home, if this takes you an hour, it takes an hour. Just go at your own speed. You don't have to rush. You want to make it good for you. And painting's meant to be relaxing. It's meant to be grounding. So I love losing myself in just painting for hours. It chills me out. So look, I'm just continuing that all around. And then the same with my dark colours. I'm just spending a few minutes mixing up the same colours that I had. And things like my waves, if they look a bit scruffy, I'm just neatening them up before I finish. I'm just looking at areas that I think could use a bit of improvement and colouring them in. Nothing hard, as I say, just relax. The great thing is like you can have this video with the subtitles on, you can play some music. You can also change the speaking language, so if you want to hear me in Spanish or French, you can change it to wherever you like. So that's all available here on YouTube. So just try your best to mix the same colours. As I say, this video is sped up for the tutorial, but this painting probably took me about half an hour. So we've cut it in even in half. So don't rush at home, take your time, enjoy it. Painting is meant to be relaxing. And as I say, create the environment that suits you. So put the language in another language or subtitles, put some music on, whatever's best for you. So this is a really cool trick. This is when you can get cross shapes and just get your thin liner brush, just create little cross shapes on your splodges, and you can create really cool sparkles. So this takes literally a few seconds. I always do it on a few of them. And as I say, I went over my sparkles with some more white paint just to make them look more vibrant, because they've absorbed some of the turquoise underneath and they've dried a bit rubbish. So by just doing that, I can make them come alive again. So I put her on a really nice easel. So I'm really happy with her. Really easy. We've done this in really quick time, but it looks fantastic. So you've learned how to paint the underpainting underneath, how to create ripples and waves and the water sparkles over the top, and also how to have the sunlight sparkling down. So really easy painting tutorial for beginners. And as I say, once you learn the trick, you can progress to the more harder paintings. Don't forget, we've got playlists on how to paint water in acrylic paints on the channel. So don't forget to like and subscribe, because we have plenty of tutorials. Thank you so much for watching along, and I hope the tutorial has been helpful. Please like it if you have found that so. And happy painting, everyone. Take care. See you soon. Bye.